Great day, attractive thinker. Dr. Toni Hatton here, your vision and mindset expert at theattractivethinker.guru. This is where we support you with mental healing, mental strength, and mindset maintenance. I am delighted to be here with you. I am excited. I know you're ready for our live Q&A session. If you've posted your vision and mindset questions, I have them. If you've emailed them, I have them. If you have not, feel free to post them in the feed right here in the comments section. I see attractive thinkers joining in. Welcome, Sparkle. Welcome, attractive thinker Sparkle. Is that Sparkle Vance? Awesome. It's amazing to have you here. If you have any vision mindset questions, feel free to post them in the comments section below. The first question that I want to address tonight is, one of the attractive thinkers mentioned that she was a discount queen. Like in her business, she's just starting, and I definitely support new and aspiring entrepreneurs in getting their ideas and dreams up off of the ground and really supporting them and getting clarity and organizing and structuring their business so that they can not only profit from it. We all want to profit from our business, but we want to feel fulfilled. We want to feel meaningful. We want to also make sure that the people that we're serving are getting the solutions that they're paying for. So she calls herself the discount queen. And when we talked about that, I asked her about that. One of the things that, entrepreneurs face, especially new and aspiring entrepreneurs, is how much do I charge? Or, sometimes they're charging so little. Most of the time, they're giving away their gifts for free. You find a lot of times you're struggling to price, or you don't know what to price, or you're struggling to ask for the sale. That's an internal issue, because once you discover your internal value, once you see yourself as value, you don't have a problem charging for the value that you're exchanging with others. See, money is energy. It's an exchange. Think about it. When you go to the store, you're giving money in exchange for something that you're getting from the store, and you're exchanging for something of equal or greater value. Think about that. You wouldn't exchange your money, your money that you earn and you put your energy into, for something of lesser value. So as an entrepreneur, it's just a mindset shift. You have to step into an empowered mindset, understanding that you're in business to profit, you're in business to provide solutions, and you deserve to be compensated. You deserve to get value from the value that you're sharing with others. As an entrepreneur, and I know as an entrepreneur, we can sell all kinds of different products and services, and some of them are not ours, but I really support entrepreneurs in selling their products and services that come from the inside, that come from them, that, these are lessons that they're serving their clients with, that they've learned, or training that they've acquired, and they're helping people walk through certain different kinds of training or processes, or generational paths, getting mental clarity, strengthening their insight, getting to know themselves better, personal growth and development, those types of things. When you're sharing and selling these types of services and products, that's coming from the essence of you. That's coming from your heart. That's coming from all that you've been through in life, the lessons that you've learned, the sweat, the blood, the tears, the mountains you've had to climb, the valleys, and all the experiences that you've had in life. That has value. Your energy, your life, your essence is in those products and services that you're sharing with others. People can't pay for. There's no amount of money in the world that could have paid me for the experiences that I've been through in my life, or that could have replaced the experiences that I've been through in my life, because the things that you go through in life, you gather value from them. And I always share with attractive thinkers, you want to gather and collect your gems and jewels along the way. I share my story a lot, and one of the aspects of my story is I remember being reminded that I had come out of my journey, but I left my stuff in the journey. I left my jewels and gems that I had gathered and learned along the way. Those are the things that you're supposed to share with others. So as entrepreneurs, if you're into personal growth and development, you're coaching, you're supporting people and being the best that they can be. You're supporting people, as I do, in mental health, because as an entrepreneur, you got to change your whole mindset. It's a whole belief system that has to be changed if you're going to to now serve the world from what comes out of you versus selling a product like balloons or shoestrings, or you could do that differently than you serve solutions like mental clarity or direction or getting unstuck or how to end procrastination. These are lessons that we've learned in our lives along the way. So when you're talking about being a new and aspiring entrepreneur, any type of change or transition, or you want to break a pattern or a cycle, you really have to get clarity on that and understand that when you share these tools and you share these solutions with others, you are changing their lives. And when you think about changing a life, it's invaluable. You can't put a price tag on it. So now you don't have to struggle to charge discount queen. You don't have to struggle to charge. You don't have to feel, a certain way because you're charging more than $5. How about $5,000? How about $500? How about, charging the value from what you received on that particular journey, because you're changing people's lives. I've seen it happen every single day. And here's the deal. Most of the time, you're changing people's lives anyway and not even getting paid for it. Think about it. You've had people say to you, oh my God, what you just shared with me changed my life, or it gave me clarity, or it lifted my spirit. Do you know how invaluable it is to lift somebody's spirit, to give them clarity in the midst of confusion, to show them an open door where they felt blocked in and stuck and, felt like there was no hope? That's invaluable. So once you discover your value, you shift. You're no longer a discount queen. You're exchanging value for value. When you give your hard-earned money in the store, you're expecting to get something of equal or greater value. So I wanted to address that with the attractive thinker that mentioned about being a discount queen. Let's see. Great day, attractive thinker Robin. Awesome to be here with you. Great day, attractive thinker Renee. Awesome. It's good to see you here. Who else? I see Sparkle. Oh, awesome. Great day, attractive thinker Randy. Post your questions below. I see y'all coming in. I'm hoping that if somebody could post something there in the feed so that I can make sure that I am seeing the comments, because I don't see any comments yet. I just see you guys coming in. So just say hi or something like that so I'll know if it pops up on my screen, then I can see the comments when they start coming in. So the second question is, how do I begin to believe in myself? I don't believe in myself enough. So that goes back to an experience or something that you encountered along the way. Let me share what I mean by that. Let me share my personal experience. Great day, attractive thinker. Awesome. It's good to see you here. Is that Rhea? Yes. Awesome. It's good to see you. I haven't seen you in so long. Awesome. So I don't believe in myself enough. So when I went through this traumatic experience in my life, I didn't know it. It took me years to discover what I had lost. When you go through something that's traumatic, or you go through something that's very painful. I was watching a particular show just last night, and the lady had an eating disorder, and meaning she just kept eating and eating. She was like up to 585 pounds. And I watched this show because I'm always thinking about the mindset. I want to know how people think the way they think, what leads them in that direction, and what thought processes can help them recover from these types of things. So she had this eating disorder. She just kept eating and eating and eating, and the root of it was something that she had been through. It was crazy traumatic. I mean, it's something that you wouldn't want anybody to experience, right? And she could not stop eating. So I realized that it was the trauma. When you experience trauma, when your heart breaks, something leaks out. Think about it. If you drop your glass on the floor and you have liquid in there, a tea or soda, whatever you were drinking, it leaks out. So when the heart breaks, something gets lost. Something leaks out. Your heart can't break and you don't lose something. When my heart broke years ago, I didn't realize it until years later. I mean, like maybe even 10 to 15 years later, that I had lost trust and belief in myself and trust and belief in God. That's valuable. Trust and belief. that has value. It has endless value. You can't even put a price tag on it. So in order to show you what that looks like, what does it look like when I don't trust myself? See, when I say trust has value, it might be kind of hard for you to see that it has value. That's why most of the time, people struggle to spend time with themselves because they don't see that that's valuable. They see other things outside of themselves as valuable, like meeting with other people, or going over here and doing this and that and the other, or going to the meeting, or going to the game, or they see everything else as valuable, and spending time with this one and spending time with that one, but themselves. So let me show you what it looks like when you don't trust yourself. See, this is where you're going to begin to see how valuable it is to trust yourself. When you trust yourself, when you're presented with opportunities and it's time to make a decision, you don't hesitate. You trust yourself. You know that you're qualified. You're the only qualified person to make the best decision for you. When you don't trust yourself, you hesitate. You're like, yeah, this looks like a great opportunity, but I remember the last time I tried this and it didn't work, so I don't think I'm going to try it again. You don't trust yourself. Now, we all fail our way forward in life, so we all make mistakes as well. So you can't check out. You can't count yourself out just because you made a mistake, or just because something didn't turn out the way you wanted it to, right? You can't lose trust in yourself, because if you don't trust you, how do you expect other people to trust you? Why would somebody else trust you if you don't trust yourself? I've heard people say things like, oh no, don't give me that assignment because I'm known for not following through. Think about that. Think about that, the things that we say to ourselves and the things we believe about ourselves. So now you see the value of trust, of trusting yourself and not losing trust in yourself. I stopped believing in myself. When you're young and you're stepping out into the world, you believe that you can accomplish anything. You believe that everybody's on your side, everybody's wonderful, life is great, and you can just go and get your dream with no hesitation, no distractions, no obstacles. And once you get out there and you realize that's not how it is, you can begin to not believe in life anymore, believe in yourself anymore, believe in your dreams and goals anymore. Your belief is valuable. Belief gives you access to everything. Belief gives you access to the impossible. Think about that. The things that seem impossible, if you believe them, you can have access to them. It's only not possible for those that don't believe. That's how powerful belief is. Think about something that seems impossible. If you truly believe that you could have that or be that or do that, you could. But the next person, somebody standing right next to you, say, no, I don't know. I don't know if that's going to work out. That's never happened before. Well, to them, it's not possible. To them, it won't happen. To them, they don't have access. But you can get access and go right through the door because of your belief. That's how valuable belief is. So now you see how valuable it is. You know what it looks like when you don't believe. When you don't believe in yourself and you don't believe in God, you stop believing in life. You stop believing in miracles. You stop believing in, exciting things. You stop having an expectation or an intention. Think about that, attractive thinker. So that's how valuable it is to continue to believe in yourself. So when you say things like, I don't believe in myself anymore, or I'm struggling to believe, or I don't believe in myself enough. So you have to, again, develop a better relationship with yourself. Get to know yourself better. And then you'll be able to trust yourself. Start trusting you to do the small things, to follow through with the small things. Think about that, and always know that you're not alone. There is something greater than you orchestrating and working in your life as well. I know you have a plan, but you have to understand you didn't bring yourself here. So something brought you here, and that something has a plan for you as well. It's working with you. You're not alone. It's orchestrating some things in the midst of your plan. The greater plan is playing out in your life. That's why, as an attractive thinker, it's so important to see beyond what you're looking at. What's happening in your experience and your situation, that's happening in the physical realm, but there's something in the invisible realm that's happening simultaneously while all of these things are manifesting manifesting in your life. Even though it's invisible, although it's invisible, doesn't mean that there's nothing happening. You can feel it, you can sense it, and all of a sudden things just show up in your life and start working out, and you don't know how that happened. It just came out of nowhere. It's because things were working out on your behalf anyway. We just didn't know it, right? Or as an attractive thinker, you know it. You just expect it, right? You don't doubt it. You trust and believe in it. So let's look at the next question that an attractive thinker, spoke to me about, using their power and authority. Again, how do I use my power and authority? It starts with knowing who you are. When you know, we say these things. You've heard this before. Sometimes when you hear things over and over and over and you don't act on them or believe in them, they lose their effect. So your ears become dull to it. Like, I heard that before, believing in myself or, using my power and authority. I've heard that before, but here's the deal. You have to know who you are. You are here for a period of time to manifest a greater good, to manifest the presence of God, to manifest your dreams and goals. Something brought you here. Something is working through you. Something is expressing through you. Think about that, attractive thinker. You're not doing all of this, on your own. You're thinking, well, I got this fantastic and amazing idea, and I'm just going to go in this direction or do that. Where did the idea come from? Think about that. A lot of times, things happen or we experience things in our lives or they cross our path or come our way and we think that it's us. But life is working for you, not against you. It's working with you and for you to help you manifest that greatness that's inside of you. So when you talk about how to use your power and authority, understanding who you are, that the greater power, God, lives inside of you. And his desire is to manifest. That's the only way he has access in the earth is through a body. And he's using your body. So when you think about power and authority, you don't have to think about yourself as being little. No, something greater lives inside of me. And I'm stepping into that power and authority. I come in that power and authority. I show up in that power and authority. When you're showing up for the business venture, when you're showing up for the client session, when you're showing up for the opportunity or the pitch or the movie, the play, whatever it is you're creating, the book, the speaking event, whatever it is you're creating, you understand, when you understand who you are, you show up in that power and authority and not just your own, but understanding that you're not alone. Something is using you for a greater good. And that gives you the confidence that you need. Like, wait a minute, you know what? You could just, sometimes we don't feel adequate, to step in power and authority. We may have just gotten out of an argument. We may, some things may not have worked our way. May have been some unexpected things come our way, or we may have some traffic issues, whatever that might be. If we continue to think about ourselves, thinking that this is all coming through me, then of course you're going to feel a little inadequate. But you have to understand, every time you show up in life, every time you wake up, you're waking up in power and authority. Now, you're not alone. You're stepping into this power. You put it on like you put on your clothes. I put on my power and authority. I know that I am here to express God in the world. I'm here to express greatness in the world. This is not just about me. Think about that, attractive thinker. When you get that posture and that mindset, you can step into your power and authority in the world and go about your day, not worrying, not concerned about whether you're going to get results or it's going to happen or not. When you show up, just your presence alone is enough to change the atmosphere, to get results, to make a difference. So that's how you step into your power and authority. It was given to you. Great day, attractive thinker Trifica. It's awesome to see you here. Look at the attractive thinker showing up tonight. Yes, greetings, beautiful. Back at you, my sister. So, next question I want to address is, how do I know what to let go? I want you to think about that for a moment. Now, I just need to share with you the essence of the attractive thinker. This movement, I started this movement because I wanted to support people with vision in change, transition, creating something new, carving a new path. That's it. And in order to do that, the attractive thinker means a person with vision who can see beyond what they're looking at. In order for you to create anything new, you have to take your eyeballs off of what's currently going on in your experience and look beyond that and create the beyond, create the new thing, bring the new thing into this experience that you're having, right? So the attractive thinker is a person with vision who can see beyond what they're looking at, and they have the courage to focus on what they see until it manifests. It takes courage to focus on what's not seen, because a lot of times we get distracted by what's going on currently in our lives. We get distracted by family, home. My thing was, this is when I first started and at first got the idea about the attractive thinker. I felt like I was stuck in a loop. Homeschool, work, church, here, there, everywhere, and do it again, start it all over next week, right? I remember in the kitchen, I was in the kitchen sweeping and cleaning up after dinner, and I heard a voice say, every Sunday and every Wednesday, you know exactly where you'll be. And it startled me. That didn't sit well with me. I said, you mean every Sunday and every Wednesday for the rest of my life? Until I take my last breath, I know where I'll be on Sundays. My Sundays are already carved out. My Wednesdays are already carved out because I was committed to certain things on Sundays and Wednesdays. And that didn't sit well with me. And I started shifting some things and reorchestrating my life. I was like, no, that doesn't sound like that's how I should be living. That doesn't sound like that's why we are here. No, where's the expectation, the element of surprise, the excitement, the adventure, right? We're not supposed to be set in molds and stuck in situations. We're supposed to be free. We're supposed to be living vibrant lives and, not knowing what's coming next or what to expect, and just being open, loving life and feeling full and free. That's how we're supposed to be, because we're creative beings. We're supposed to be experiencing something new. We're not supposed to be living in old lives and old circles and old conversations. That something about that didn't sit well with me. So I started thinking deeper and deeper. And then the attractive thinker movement, the idea came to me. I was on the highway taking my son to high school, and I said, oh my God, it just came just like that. Minding my business, me and my son talking about things, and he likes taking pictures of the sunrise and he the trees on the side of the road and things like that. And I said, oh my God, take out a piece of paper immediately and write down exactly what I say. And it came to me just like that. The attractive thinker. I said, the attractive thinker, what is that? A person with vision who can see beyond what they're looking at. And I would say, hurry up, write it down, write it down. It's coming to me. And they have the courage to focus on it until it manifests. Wow, it blew me away. I was like, that's it. So people who desire to change, my change was I wanted to carve a new generational path. I'm not blaming anybody for anything in my past. I believe everybody do the best that they can, especially in raising their children. They do the best that they can. My parents did the best that they could. I do the best that I can with my kids. You did the best that you could with yours. There's no blame. When you find out that there's something in your generation that you want to change, just go do the work and change it. Do the work in you and change it. Don't blame anybody. Say, well, you shouldn't have. I wish if you had to this, I would have did that. No, that's not what that's all about. It's about doing your work to transform your life, transform your belief system and your thoughts. That's the work that we have to do to have something in life. It's not about blaming and pointing fingers. That's a waste of time. People did the best that they could with you and with me. So scratch that, right? My new life, the change that I want to make in my life, ain't got nothing to do with nobody else. This was the desire that I had. This is the desire that you have. It has nothing to do with mama and them and papa and them and auntie and them, and it don't have nothing to do with that. So what we do is we go inside and say, hey, I want to change this. This is a belief system that I picked up, and it's not helping me do the new thing that I want to do with my life. So I got to go inside and shift some things around. I got to rewrite my program. That's the inner work that we have to do. I have to think differently. I have to talk differently. I need a new crowd. It doesn't mean get rid of mom and them and auntie and them. It does not mean that. It means include more people with vision, attractive thinkers into your life that can see what you see, that can help you get to where you need to be in your life. That is critical. When you're around people that can't see what you see, they see, like there's a scripture in the Bible when Jesus was healing the blind man's eyes. He said, how do you see? He said, I see men as trees. If you see a man as a tree, then you will sit under the tree at the man's feet and get shade instead of collecting wisdom. Think about that. If you're surrounded by people that don't see what you see, then you're trying to describe your vision to them and where you're going and, this grand thing. And they're talking about sports and weather and dead conversations and, the news or whatever, right? So you have to be around your people. I posted it on the one of the Facebook groups, one of the Facebook pages, maybe my private page or the business page. 2 things that determine how much of your greatness you're going to release in the earth. I want you to think about this for a moment. Each of us have greatness inside of us, right? Here's the deal. Most of the time when people talk about greatness, they say, you have a certain level of greatness. There's no certain level. It's endless. There is greatness in you. So here's the deal. How much of that greatness will you be able to express in this life? That's a thought, I'm a thinker, the attractive thinker, just like you. How much of that greatness in your life will you be able to express in your lifetime before you leave here? While you're on the stage of life, before the curtain closes, how great can you be? How much can you release in the earth before you leave here? So I posted, there are 2 things that I've discovered that determine how much of that greatness that's in you can express and give birth to in the earth. Your environment and the people in it. You've heard the phrase, you are the sum total of the 5 people in your circle. That means them plus him plus her plus him plus her equals you. You are the sum total of the 5 people. So if you want to know who you are, look at the 5 people you spend most of your time with. You're the sum total of the 5 people you spend the most of your time with. So the question is, and I posted this question this week as well in the Facebook group, how far can I go with you? How far can I go with you? When you look at your associations, get a piece of paper in your attractive thinker notebook and list all of the associations that you spend most of your time with. Next to their name, I want you to ask yourself, how far can I go with them? How far can they take me? How much of my greatness can they help me release in the earth? This is critical. It's eye-opening. It doesn't mean throw away your friends. It means make sure you have people in your life that can help you give birth to your greatness. Your greatness is endless, so there's no limit. Don't say, well, I already got what I want out of life. If you're still breathing, you have no clue as to what can come out of you when you push. You have no clue, right? You're endless. If you notice, when you get one idea, another idea comes. Where did it come from? You're endless. You're never finished until you stop breathing. So if you're breathing, then you're not finished. There's more greatness inside of you that you have to give birth to. You just need to be in the right environment and around the right people. Do you notice, attractive thinker? Because I know I'm talking to the right people. If you're an attractive thinker, then you get all of this. Have you ever noticed that when you're in the right circle, when you're around the right people, your ideas just come like that? People just walk up to you, walk past you, sit next to you, turn around, you stand, and they light your fire. You just on fire, like, I can do this and I can do that. Oh my God, that's a great idea. And I'm going to run over here and do this, or I'm going to make this phone call. All of this stuff just starts coming up out of you because you're around greatness. When you're around greatness, success is effortless. The struggle is over. You don't have to struggle. You don't have to sit there and ponder. You don't have to get stuck in mental anguish and have all these questions. All you got to do is turn to the right or the left. There's a great person. There's a great person. And you ask a question, they give you 10,000 solutions. Environment is the key to you releasing the greater parts of you and your association, the people around you. If you're not around rich people, and I'm not talking about financially rich. Yes, that's cool. I'm talking about internally rich. I mean, you could sit down with somebody, or you could even in passing. Have you ever overheard a conversation and got a solution? Think about that. Or has someone ever overheard your conversation? You're talking to one person and they got an answer and they say, excuse me, what did you just say? That lets you know you're in a rich environment. Okay? So when it comes down to how do I know what to let go, you have to ask yourself, how far can I go with you? Ask yourself, not the person. Remember what I said? This is not about other people. This is about you and how far you want to go in your life. How much of you want to express in the world. How much of your greatness. How much of you do you want to discover? There's no end to you. You know what? Everything up until this point was just practice. Everything you've learned, everything you've experienced, everything you went through, all the people that came and went out of your life, it was just practice for this moment, right? So when you think about what is it that I should let go, ask yourself, how far can I go with this person? Do they light my fire? How do I feel in their presence? Do I feel full? Do I feel excited? Do I feel adventurous? Do I feel like I can conquer the world? Do I feel like now my dreams are real and I can have them and they feel alive? Or do I feel depleted? Is my energy low? Do I feel depressed? Do I feel hopeless? Do I feel like I need a nap or a drink after I come out of people's presence because their energy is so low or all over the place? It just affected my energy. So you have to ask yourself these real questions and get clarity on that so that you know exactly who's who in your circle and who to invite into your circle to keep your fire lit. I want you to think about that. Attractive thinker, Triffica. Yes. Awesome, true. Love it. Yes, they did. Awesome. Thank you, attractive thinker, Triffica. I love your feedback. You know, attractive thinkers, we're here for a period of time, and you have to feel fantastic and amazing about yourself and about your life in order to move forward, especially as an entrepreneur. You know, as an entrepreneur, I want you to, and I know you're already doing this because you're an attractive thinker, but I want you to do it even the more and pay more close attention to it. Guard your heart. Pay attention to your heart. Nurture your heart. What do I mean by that? How you feel. Start caring about how you feel. Start caring about how you care for yourself. Because as an entrepreneur, everything comes out of you. And if you're heartbroken or you're angry or you're stuck or you're depressed or you're broken or you just feel defeated or you don't feel good enough or worthy or deserving, that everything as an entrepreneur has to come through your heart. That's where we express. It has to come through you. So if it's coming through a broken place, you're making broken decisions, you're giving broken advice, you're acquiring broken things, bringing broken furniture into your house, tolerating broken eyeglasses. Broken manifests in all kinds of ways, right? So tend to your heart, care about what you need to care for in your heart, in your life, how you feel. Make sure you're happy, make sure you're full, make sure you're in gratitude. And when you've heard that before, being in gratitude. And when you think about being in gratitude, you don't have to force your way to be grateful. You don't have to, let me find something to be grateful for. No. Live in gratitude. When you wake up in the morning, you take that first breath and you realize you're awake. That's something to be grateful for. You get another opportunity. That's why you see me post, it is a great day to be alive. And it really is. As long as you're still living, you have all the opportunity in the world to start again, to change, to move, to redefine yourself, to reprogram your mind, to change your identity, to transform your life. Think about that. You might say, Dr. Toni. Yes, as an attractive thinker, that's why we're here. That's what we do. Right? We don't stay stuck. We don't stay the same. I like new. I like different. I like, the fire and the passion and the heart of life. I can't do normalcy, routine, mundane, mediocre, regular, normal, average. I can't do it. It's too much fire and passion inside of me. It's too many ideas and creativity inside of me. It's too much in me to serve and help others, it's too much of life to experience. Can't do mediocre, right? Attractive thinker Triffica said, this is so true. Absolutely. When we talk about these questions, again, this is a live Q&A session supporting attractive thinkers and getting clarity, getting unstuck, ending procrastination, getting accountability, getting that kick in the behind that we all need, so that we can accomplish, so that we can produce, so that we can produce. I mean, look at the world we're living in right now. They need you. We need you. I guarantee you, the attractive thinkers that are listening to me right now, there's something in you that I need. But if you don't give birth to it, I guess I just have to go without. See, this is what I'm doing right now. I'm pushing. I'm giving birth to what's inside of me to help you, right? And you're tuning in because you're being fed and the fire is being stirred up in your soul and you got that gut feeling going on and your ideas, you're probably pacing the floor. There's an attractive thinker when we're in our coaching session. She's so on fire. She's pacing the floor while we're in session, going back and forth because she's so on fire and that passion, that drive is ignited inside of her. So think about that attractive thinker when you're talking about who do I let go. If it's costing you, remember I said the internal things about you have value. If it's costing you your peace, peace is invaluable. You need your peace as an entrepreneur in order to serve. You can't serve in chaos and confusion. How are you going to help someone else and you're all over the place, right? You got to hold on to your peace. Right? So when you think about what to let go, if it's costing you your peace, if it's costing you your joy, if it's costing you to feel not balanced, or one of the words that I use is conflict in my energy. If I can feel conflict in my energy, something has got to go. Something has got to stop. Something has to be released. I got to start again. I got to go back to my center. If you feel conflict in your energy, you want to have a flow in your energy. You know you're in the flow when things begin to just flow right through you. You know, it comes to your mind. You could be all over the house or the office or at the store, whatever, and you got to run and get that pen and paper. Things are flowing through you. Go online and you post to your community, like the attractive thinker community. That's why I be posting. You think, I don't know what it's, well, someone said to me, oh my God, like your posts are so powerful and da-da-da-da-da. And where do you get the idea? Where do you get the ideas from? I don't go get the ideas from nowhere. I'm just minding my business, going throughout my day, and Spirit gives me something, and I go online and I say what Spirit says through me. That's what you do as an attractive thinker. You step into the flow. You don't go to get it or, oh God, I need an idea today. No. That's why when you look at my posts, if you scroll through my pages, it's posting at different times. I know people who got this regimen, this schedule. I post at 12 o'clock. I post at 3 o'clock. I post at 6 o'clock. I can't flow like that. The Spirit don't flow like that through me. I got to flow with the Spirit, right? So whenever you see my post, just know that's a message that Spirit wanted to get to you. And that's why I posted in the Attractive Thinker community. I care about the attractive thinkers. I care about what you're thinking. I care about the mental struggles or the blocks that you have when you're trying to reach your goals, carving that new generational path, making sure that the people that aren't even here yet in your bloodline get a fighting chance, have an opportunity to step into something that never was created before in your bloodline. That's important. Making sure that you get your book out into the earth before you leave here. I had a session with an attractive thinker today. She's 75 years old and she's starting again. She's ready to do this thing all over. So and she's just as young as she wants to be. She's not sick. She's not on a walker. She has all her hair in her teeth. She has a sharp brain. She wants to serve. She has all these gifts. It's never over. It's never, as long as you're breathing, there's always room. There's always opportunity, always doors to knock on that you haven't even entered yet, that you haven't even had access to yet. So think about that attractive thinker. Attractive thinker, Dakisha. Yes. How are you? Awesome to see you here. Attractive thinker. Triffica says exactly and wow. Attractive thinker, Dakisha, what'd you say? Purged? It's good to see you, sis. Stay strong and keep doing what you do. I love to see your videos and see you out there doing your thing. You know, attractive thinkers, when it comes down to changing the bloodline and carving a new path, that is my passion, because I know that there's some new things that I would love for my generation to experience that they've never experienced, that I haven't experienced before. And the people that are coming behind us. Now, I'm not a grandmom yet. You know, all of my children are grown. I'm not a grandmom yet, but we're preparing for the next generation. We have monthly meetings with our family, with all 4 of our children, once a month, and we're checking on each other. Where are you? What's going on? How you feeling? Are you healthy? Anything changed? Where are you mentally? Anybody new in your life? Because we're strategic. We're carving a new generational path. It can't be haphazard. That was in the olden days. It can't be on a feeling or on a whim, or being run away with your passions. No, 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 no. Be very strategic about the people that come into your bloodline. Because remember what I said, your associations and your environment determine how much of your greatness you can give birth to in the earth. People can block your greatness if you let them. Your associations, if you look back through some of my Facebook posts, your associations influence and affect your decisions, your beliefs, your values, your morals, your money, your relationships, your health. Your associations affect your health. Think about that. They affect your bloodline. They affect your potential. That's serious. If anything is going to affect all of that about me, I got to be clear as to who or what that is and making sure it's the right thing, right? So, great day, attractive thinker Andrea. Attractive thinker Stacy. Hey, Stacy is from high school. Oh my gosh, we went to high school together. Awesome to see you, Andrea. Yes, they do, attractive thinker Triffica. Yes, they do. And people need to get serious about that. I know attractive thinkers get this, but most people, that feel like, oh, it's okay to have Jane, John, and Joe in my life, or, oh, yeah, it's okay. They lie, but I don't lie, so it's okay. What do we think is going to happen in that kind of energy, deceitful energy? Think about that. Remember I said we're energy beings. What do you think is going to happen if you connect your energy with someone who's deceitful and doesn't tell the truth? You don't think that's going to affect you? You're a truth seeker. Attractive thinkers are truth seekers. You don't think deceit and lies are going to affect how you express your truth? Think about that. And it might not manifest in the way that you might think. It might not manifest in a way like, oh, all of a sudden I'm going to start lying. No. Manifestation has so many subtle ways that we manifest because we're multidimensional beings. We're spirit beings. We're emotional beings, mental beings. We are social beings, intellectual beings. So you don't know what level that deceit and lie is going to start manifesting in your life. You got to guard your heart. Pay attention to how you feel around people, places, and things. A lot of times we judge or assess people, places, and things based on what we see. But attractive thinkers have vision, and that's the difference. We go inside. We feel our way through life. If it doesn't feel right, it ain't right. When I was coming up, my mom used to say, if it quacks, it's a duck. So as an attractive thinker, we're living from the inside out. If it does not feel right, even though I don't understand why it's not feeling right, I got to trust how I feel. You see how important trusting yourself is now? Do you see how important trusting yourself is now? When you don't trust yourself, you don't trust your feelings, and your feelings are indicators. Your feelings tell you what's right and what's wrong. And if you don't trust your feelings, you're making decisions that are not in alignment with the truth of who you are or in alignment with your greatness. So think about that, attractive thinker. Yes, attractive thinker Triffica says we become absolutely. You become deceitful and you don't know it because you say, oh, well, I didn't tell a lie. But deceit manifests itself in expressions, in withholding information, in being conniving and sneaky. Deceit manifests in all kinds of ways. It just doesn't have to be a lie out of your mouth. So paying close attention to the things that we have to let go. And you already know. If I ask you right now, attractive thinker, what is it going on in your life, person, place, or thing that you feel as though is not serving you, not helping you get to where you need to be in life, and you think you need to let it go? You automatically know. It comes right to mind just like that. You be like, sometimes I was like, when I first heard, I was like, well, I keep quality people in my space. Who could it be that I need to get rid of? Ooh, when I said that, you'd be surprised. It was like the veil fell off my eyes, the scales fell off, and the sheets came off of the people, places, and things. I was like, ooh, these are wolves. I'm just kidding, but I'm telling you, just ask the question, right? And let it be revealed to you. and accept it. Don't judge it, just accept it. And you know what to do. You don't have to get rid of all the people in your life. Just start bringing more people into your life that can help you give birth to your greatness. As a mother giving birth, and all the mothers, the attractive think of mothers that are listening and watching this message, as a mother giving birth, that's sacred. That was private. I couldn't let everybody in that room. The doctor won't even let everybody in that room. That room is closed off because something fantastic and amazing is about to happen. I want you to think about your dream, your goal, and your vision like that. It's something fantastic and amazing that you're about to push into the earth, that you're about to release in the earth. That's sacred. You can't have everybody around your sacred thing. When I was giving birth to babies and taking care of my babies, I didn't let everybody touch my baby. My little babies wore little mittens. When we come back to church for the first time with the brand new baby, or we going out in public or go back to work with the brand new baby, my baby had mittens, and I got real smart. I got a net for car seats. I put a net from the front to the back over the whole car seat. You can see my baby through the net. How about that? Because whatever that baby contracts and brings home, I got to deal with that at night when I'm trying to get sleep and my baby's up and crying and my baby don't feel well. Think about it. You got to protect your baby. It wasn't about them. It was about protecting my baby. Not trying to be smart or funny with you. I'm trying to protect my baby. My baby is brand new. It hasn't experienced the world yet. It hasn't experienced all the colds, flu, viruses, and bacteria and things. You know, let's ease up on this. Let's keep the baby new and fresh and clean. And that's how you have to do your dream. You can't share your dream with everybody. I didn't let everybody hold my baby. Think about that. And if they asked to hold the baby, they had to wash their hands. And they had to put a blanket over them first before they put my baby on their shoulder. That's how you have to take care of your dream. You can't share your dream with everybody because everybody don't have dreams. Everybody don't believe in dreams. And then you mess up and share your dream with somebody that don't have dreams. And what kind of feedback can they give you to help you give birth to your greatness? That can, like Attractive Thinker Triffica said, we become deceitful. Well, sharing your dream with someone who doesn't have a dream, now you become doubtful. Now you're doubting the thing that you gave birth to. Now you're doubting your idea. Think about that. You got to be careful who you share your dream with. Attractive Thinker Triffica says, now that is the truth I have been realizing. Absolutely. You know you're around the wrong crowd when you doubt what's inside of you. You doubt your ideas. You don't believe in yourself, or you feel worthless, or you feel undeserving, or you say, well, you know what? Yeah, that was a good idea. It sounded good when I got it or when I started. Let me just scratch that and go back to what I was doing. When you're around the right people, remember what I said. You feel empowered. Your ideas come to the surface. They add their ideas to your ideas, and you come out with an idea you never even imagined, because you're in a rich environment where life is just shooting back and forth. And, before you're trying to get out, let me step out. I'm going to the bathroom. While you're on your way to the bathroom, you get another idea. Somebody stop you and give you a business card, or give you an opportunity, or connect you with somebody. I mean, it's just rich, right? And it's effortless for you to be successful. So if that's the case around a rich environment and rich-minded people, then it's the same thing when you're around people that don't have a clue. They're going to pull on your greatness. They're going to shut you down. How can they contribute to you? They don't have what it takes to contribute to your greatness. They can't light your fire. So when that happens, and it happens to the best of us, we share our dreams with people that we thought had dreams or thought had our back, and they tear it down. I remember going to a Christian writers conference. And I had my manuscript. This was my first book that I wrote in 2005. I had my manuscript. They said, bring your manuscript. We're going to get the top publishing companies to sit down with you and go over your manuscript and help you out and help you get it published and all this and that. This was a Christian writers conference. Do you know that I went to my scheduled time slot to meet with the publisher. And if I tell you who the publishing company is, you will know exactly who I'm talking about. So they were well known, okay? It wasn't no rinky-dink junk. They were well known. Do you know, like I said, it was a Christian Writers Conference. They went over my manuscript with a red pen and gave it back to me. Had the session. They called me in for the session. They said, we looked at your manuscript. This is what we recommend. Do you know they told me that it was too, what do they call it, religious, or I mentioned Christ too much or something. It stunned me. I said, this is a Christian Writers Conference. And you said I mentioned Christ too much. Well, the book that I wrote, Christ was the one that I relied on to help me get through that. It stunned me. And it was another lady there. She actually was on tour with a world-renowned speaker. If I tell you the name, you know exactly. You don't even have to hesitate. You don't have to say, No, it's a household name. She was on tour with him. And when I told, we all gathered together for dinner that night. We were talking about the responses that we got from the publishers about our manuscript. She pulled me to the side. She said, do you not know, can't you recognize, do you not see that even though this is a Christian Writers Conference and these people say they're Christians, that they are disconnected? Wow. I looked at her. I said, that's it? I said, that's the issue? I said, because this is blowing me away right here. She said, yes, it's about a connection. So you know the people, places, and things. And sometimes it's not always people. Sometimes it's thoughts. You know the thoughts that you need to let go of when you look at that thought pattern and it's not leading you to success or to your greatness. It's not helping you get to where you need to be. So you have to assess, because these things, like Attractive Thinker Triffica says, they make you become something other than your greater self. Okay. So another question is how do I stop doing everything myself? Now, when I thought about that question, I went deeper. There's a reason why attractive thinkers do that. Feel like they have to do everything themselves. Maybe it's because you never had help. Maybe it's because you were the one in the family that everybody relied on. And it taught you that if you wanted something done, you had to do it yourself. Maybe you were reaching out for help, or you were surrounded by people that weren't reaching for their dreams and you were reaching for yours. So you just took the first step and kept going. And now all of a sudden you find yourself in life doing everything yourself, and you're tired. It's exhausting. And you're not getting the results that you could get if you had some help. There's a reason for that. First, you want to discover the reason. When was the first time you felt like you had to do everything yourself? Get clarity on that. Go back there. There's some resources in there. There's some information, some enlightenment, some meat and juices right there that you could really get clarity on and understand yourself and why you do what you do. And understand this. At that particular time, through that experience, you had to do that. You had to do everything yourself because you didn't have support. But what got you through that can't get you through this. What got you through that will be a repeat. If you're doing that now, it's going to continue to manifest what got you there in the beginning, how you first began to start that journey to doing everything yourself, whatever that experience was. So once you get clarity on that, then you have to adjust and make some shifts and release some things. Decide what is it, because I'm sure if you're doing everything yourself, you're doing things that don't bring you fulfillment and joy. So just write those things down. What are the things that you're doing that are not fulfilling you, so that you can just step into your area of genius? And then you can delegate those to someone else. Think about that, attractive thinker, because we only have time to manifest. We don't have time to be a jack of all trades and a master of none. Trust me, that's exhausting. That is exhausting. And I love being in the flow. I love being in my area of genius. All these little tedious things that, I have to do as an entrepreneur, I love delegating them to others because it frees me up and frees my mind. As an attractive thinker, my mind has to be clear. And when my mind is not clear, I have to go and get clarity. I go back to my center, get rebalanced. Okay, so that I can flow and serve. So think about that. One of the last questions I would like to answer is, how do I know this is for me and I should keep pursuing? How do I know that this is for me and I should keep pursuing it? I want you to think about connection? Are you connected to it? Is it a passion? If you take the money out of it, if money wasn't an issue, would you still be doing that? Easy, simple thing to think about. Take the money out of the equation and ask yourself honestly, if I could do anything with my life, would I be doing that? If the answer is yes, then you know you found the thing that one of the things, because there are many, it's not just one thing, but now you know you found one of the things that you could be doing with your life, right? And that you're connected to. That's the thing. When I say take the money out of the equation, a lot of times in life we find ourselves doing things for money. You're just doing it so we can make a living, or doing it so we can get some money, or doing it so we can have some money, or doing it so we can get paid, or, money is involved some kind of way, right? When you take the money out and ask yourself, would you still be doing it? The answer could be no. Then you know for sure you're doing it for the money. But if you remove the money and you say, would you still be doing it? Like, for example, for me, if I remove all the money out of the equation, I would still be singing because I'm connected to it. It's my passion. It brings me joy and fulfillment, and it blesses others. It's what I was born to do. I sing all the time, whether I'm paid for it or not. Think about that. And I have paid singing events, and I have, I sing around here. I go to the studio and record. If money was not even in the equation, I'd still be doing the same thing. I'd be waking up and going to the studio and recording, right? So now that's how I know I'm connected to that. I'm supposed to be doing it. It's in me. It's who I am. I'm wired to do that, right? But if I remove the money from it and I say, you know what? If money wasn't an option, I'd be doing something else. And I ain't getting up singing. I don't like standing in front of people. I don't like going to the studio, spending hours, and my throat get dry. Then you know you're not connected. You know that you're doing it for the money and not for the passion, because it's who you are. So that's an easy tool that you can use to discover or decide whether you're in your lane or not, or you're in alignment or not, or this is what you're supposed to be doing for your life. Okay, so where are we? Last question I'd like to answer is, there were several. I want to make sure answering the juicy ones. Why do I keep doing things and not expecting results? That's a good question. It goes back to belief. It's possible to take the right action and not get the right result because your belief is not there. You're not expecting. Have you ever found yourself doing something? Well, let me just go ahead and do this and get it over with so I can move on to the next thing. You're not expecting a result. You're not expecting anything to come from the effort that you put out. And when you think about it, you're like, wow, wait. I shouldn't be doing anything as an attractive thinker and not expecting to get a return. And it doesn't always have to be a financial return. Expecting to get a result. Why would you sit down and write your book if you don't expect for it to be published or people to read it or you become an author? That could be why, people call it writer's block. It could be more to it than that. It could be inside you don't believe that this book is worthy of writing or reading, or you're going to go anywhere with it, or you're going to become an author, or people will buy it. Subconsciously, you might not be believing that. And that could keep you stuck, right? So when it comes down to not clearly understanding who you are, what it is you bring to light, everybody is unique. Everybody has some things, I don't want to say something, but some things that they're bringing to life, that they came here to serve to the world, that they came here to express, and that they came here to enjoy. I'm like this. If somebody created it, then it must be meant for me to experience it. Why leave all the 5-star experiences for everyone else and count myself out? I'm no different than anyone else. I'm just as deserving and worthy as the next person. So if somebody created it, then it must be meant for me to experience it. And, today I was coaching an attractive thinker through purchasing a car. That was next on the agenda. They were purchasing a car. And I called them before they left to go to the dealer. And I said, I just called because I want to shift your mind into the right posture so that you can get exactly what you want. And you're not going to believe what happened. So you can get they said, well, it don't matter. I just need a car so I can get. I said, no. You don't just need a car so you can get from A to B. That's not what attractive thinkers do. If you're going to live, why live this life and never get what you want? Why live this life and just get by? Why live this life and never experience the things that light your fire or bring you joy? So I said, no, we're not doing that. I said, I called to raise your expectation. I said, what is it that you really want? And then all of a sudden they said, well, my dream car is, I said, there it is right there. The voice lifted. I felt the joy and expression. I said, that's what I want you to ask for. That's what I want you to look for. That's what I want you to expect. And then other things started coming up, but this, but that. I said, no. That has nothing to do with what your heart wants. And once they got clear on that, right now they're driving home in their brand new car. Okay? Right now they're driving home in their brand new car. The way it was more than what they expected. Everything that the car had was more than what their other car had. And you can manifest that. There was no other car on the lot like that one. True story. It happened today. There was no other car like that one on the lot. And they were I said, are you happy with that? They said, yes, I'm happy with it. And I said, why purchase a vehicle, put all that money into a vehicle, and you don't even like it? I said, you got to walk up to that thing every single day. You got to ride around in that thing. You want things in your experience that bring you joy, that light your fire. You don't want to get into a boring car, walk up to a boring house, go to a boring job, talk to these boring people. What's the point? What's the point? To do what? Go to sleep and wake up tomorrow and do the same thing? No. There's more to you than that. There's greatness in you. There are wonderful, amazing things in you. The solutions that you provide in the earth, people's lives that you're here to change, life that you're here to experience and enjoy, all of the wonderful luxuries and details and experiences and adventures of life. No, keep your fire lit. We're going to do another Attractive Thinker live Q&A session real soon. I so enjoyed all of the attractive thinkers that showed up tonight. May your holiday season be fantastic and amazing. Stay connected to the Attractive Thinker community. We're here to support you with mental clarity, mental healing, and mindset maintenance while you're carving a new generational path, changing your life, your mindset, your thought processes, and your belief system, and really changing your generations, expressing more of you, tapping into your greatness. Dr. Toni Hatton here, your vision and mindset expert at theattractivethinker.guru. This is what I would like to see you do. If you feel stuck, if any of this message resonated with you, you said, I need to work with her, I want you to book your space on my calendar. Visit www.theattractivethinker.setmore.com. That's my calendar. Get on my calendar. Let's schedule a time where we can talk and get you moving into some of our coaching programs and some mental tools to help you move forward and advance in your life expeditiously. Again, attractive thinker, always remember, it's not what you're going through. It's how you're viewing it. Think attractively. I'll see you soon.